April 8th, that's the home opener for our West Michigan Whitecaps, and tomorrow marks 1 month until the big game. Fans' first glimpse inside the ballpark since that fire.
This morning, we're going to be taking you inside the ballpark to show you how the progress and what needs to happen in the coming weeks. But first, we're going to 24-hour News 8's Amanda Jarrett. She's live with new information this morning from the fire department about what's being done to make sure a fire doesn't happen again. So, Amanda, what have you learned?
Emily, first I just want to show you what it looks like behind me right now. Much different than it did just 2 months ago. You can see progress happening there on some of those suites being rebuilt, but still a lot to go. And we talked to Mickey Graham with the West Michigan Whitecaps. He says the concourse will be open and they will have concessions and bathrooms will be open. Those suites likely won't be ready. Again, we got to shovel off a lot of snow there on the field first. But new this morning, we know Third Ballpark is working with the Plainfield Township Fire Department to add more fire hydrants around the ballpark. If you remember the day of the fire, we told you there were only 2 fire hydrants here at the ballpark. The Plainfield Fire Chief said back then he'd like to see more. We checked in with him. He says there will be at least 5 fire hydrants at Fifth Third, possibly more. He says they can't be installed now considering the frozen ground, but the ballpark will likely have between the end of this season and the fall to add them. The ballpark is also adding valves where fire crews can hook their hoses up to get water into the park faster in the event of a fire. The fire chief says those new hydrants will be in place and operational by the 2015 baseball season. So again, big changes happening here. 2014 still a go, and we know the home opener is a month from tomorrow. And besides all the rebuilding, the Whitecaps still have their mind on the concession stand. You can't forget that, right? Well, Mickey Graham says there will be a cold beer and hot eats here. And coming up here in just a few minutes, we're going to take you live inside and we're going to show you the top 10 finalists that you can vote on, and you can pick the newest addition to this year's concession menu. That's coming up here in just a few minutes. Live inside Fifth Third Ballpark this morning, Amanda Jarrett, 24-hour News 8.